Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We are back on the Woodmaster 175 wood chipper. Today we are going to be taking out the blades and sharpening them, putting them back in, and then realigning the blade anvil. Once we are done with that, we will be testing and checking the belts. The air filter and oil filter have been ordered and may or may not be in this video. They might be in the next video. So to get started, we're going to come down. We have 4 bolts here that'll open up this panel, and I do need to get 2 more bolts for this, but I have 4 bolts holding this panel on, and then that'll come off. Then we will see the blades. There's 2 sets, one over here, one over here. Let's see, we do not have a visual. Oop, nope, we do. So right there is one of the blades, and then right there, this section is the blade anvil, where the blade comes down and shears against. So let me take the 2 panels off, and we will try and start to get one of the blades off. It has been a few years. I do not do this annually, mostly for the reason of I don't run this enough to justify doing it annually. But I do check the blades annually, and same with the oil, same with the air filter, as you saw in the last video. And we have our handyman Trinity, which is always nice to have. So, yep, there we go. This is actually a good angle for you. One thing I have noted, and will continue to note, is that trying to YouTube everything definitely adds to how long it takes. But it is good experience in teaching and the like. So yes, these were loose, mostly because I took them off yesterday to double check my numbers for the air filter and oil filter, to check the blades, and to spray them if I did need to take them off. There we go. Do forgive me if I sound a little congested and I spit some. I am fighting a slight spring cold. So there's one of the blades. You can see that part's not too bad. But once I get the other side off, you'll see that part of it is dinged up, and that's what we're gonna fix today. So, don't know where to set you for the best imagery while I work. Go. That panel is off now as well. So you can see this one is slightly dinged up right there, and we're just going to neaten that one up. The other blade itself is more dinged up, and because I know somebody is going to be mad that I turned it by hand, one, there's no battery, and 2, the key is out. It is in the off position. So even if I do turn it and get compression, it will not start because there is no spark. This is a gasoline engine. It does need that initial spark to start. So there you see, I'll bring it up a little bit more, how rounded that is. Something went through there that was quite nasty. So let's see if we can get these off. Luckily, the instructions are right here. What do we have? 3/4 inch socket. So you can see that we have a 5/16 Allen head on this side, and on this side we have 3/4 inch socket lock nuts. And yes, these blades are double-sided, so we'll be sharpening both sides at the same time. I will now set you back down while I break that free, hopefully. Hopefully this goes without incident. And by incident, I mean that thing snapping. I really don't want to go find spare bolts. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Well, there's a smashed knuckle. I suppose step one is to clean out the head so that it actually fits. Thought I broke it. There we go. There we go, first one out. That back together, still in good condition. There we go. And just so you can see what I'm dealing with over here, we're just stuck in there quite nicely. It is a beautiful sunny day right now, so I am taking as much time in the sun as I can get. Tomorrow's going to be nasty, cold, and rainy, so we'll have inside projects at that point. You heard that, didn't you? And there we go. Looks like we had a little mud wasp nest in there. That would have been a hell of a ride for them. That blade is very torn up. I'll probably order fresh blades, but for now, I am just going to sharpen it, clean it up, and make it look pretty. I won't make you sit through me getting off the other one off and then throwing it back on, but I will show you the throw it back on process and then the adjustment process. So we will be right back. Alrighty, we got both blades out. We got them sharpened. I did not, as you can see, sharpen it all the way down and get the chinks completely out, because you could see in my previous videos that she was chipping just fine. There were a few spots that didn't chip very well, but this is the first time they've been sharpened in a couple of years, so this will do just fine. I am going to add just a very light layer of Never Sees onto it to prevent it from getting stuck in there again. I mean, very, very light, like that's it. I'm gonna just brush that across with my finger. This will not contaminate the, let me make sure you can see that. This will not contaminate the chips at all. You might get a little Never Sees on like the first chip that you do, but I'm gonna do that and use it here. So if I was renting it, I would make sure that I'd go through a load or two before that happens. But this is just gonna prevent it from sticking on there and rusting on. It'll be easier to get off. I'm going to do a similar dab to all of the bolts. Wow. Where'd my rag go? There it is. You don't need much. You need just a little bit to help prevent it. It's not necessary, but I know I'm going to be the next guy using this, so it's like, take care of yourself. So you can see I just put just a little bit there. I'm going to just put just that much, and that'll help keep everything so that I can take it off again easier next year if I need to. If I don't need to, guess what? It just helps it prevent it from rusting. So Although seeing as how much stuff blows through here, it really doesn't rust that badly as you saw, but this will just enhance it that much more. Also, if we have another stupidly wet year, it'll help with that. Alrighty, so just lightly snug. Ding, 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 dong. Just lightly snug, got them all started. I'm going to just gently snug them up so that they all fall into place nice and smoothly. go. Now, they have lock washers on them, but I'm going to torque them just a little bit. So I did about maybe 2 flats of the nut, so maybe 1/4 to 1/3 of a turn past what I could do with the ratchet. Go. See, that one was loose now. There we go. So one side is done. I will do the other side and then I will bring you back for the anvil adjustment. Alrighty, time to do the feeler gauge test. So right now we have it at the narrow side, and I have my feeler gauges set up so that these are 0.99, and when I add this one back in, it is 1.125. So let's see how it fits. Fits well. Little tight right there, but not bad. Let's back it out a little bit. So I threw this plate on. And added just a little bit of never sees on all the bolts. I got those bolts ready for that plate once this is done. Let's grab the feeler gauge. So this being the outside, fits in there. A little bit snug on the blade, so I might back that out depending on what it is on the other blade. So let me check that and I'll get back to you on whether I'm changing that or not. Alrighty, so I ended up moving it, but it was a 2 hands and a mouth project, holding a light with the mouth and a hat and 2 hands to guide it. So we now have 0.1 distance here and 0.125 distance here. Clear that up a little bit, and that has been tightened back down. I ended up using a cat's paw in order to break that free and pull it back to add that little bit of distance. So I've already swapped it around to the other one and checked it. Sorry for not showing you that, but I think this video is long enough. On the next video, probably have to get a new battery, we will be taking off this guard, checking the belt, checking the belt for the hydraulic motor as well, and hopefully by then the oil and air filter will be in and we can use that, or do that. So thank you for joining me. This is a little bit longer video than normal, but I'm going to throw the guard back on now and hopefully get everything ready for the next one. Stay safe, everyone.